Hi lovelies, today I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading on how your ex feels now that you walked away. As requested by many of you, I would be delivering. So this was a topic that I got from someone recently, and I would be channeling messages based on the information on these cards. This here is called the Lovers Oracle deck. I hope you guys really like this deck. All right, let's dive into these messages. Only take the messages that make sense to you, and please discard the rest if it just doesn't make sense. So for pile one, I have here Seven of Cups, pile two, the World, and pile three, Knight of Wands. Okay, use your intuition, it is going to guide you accordingly. So take a look at these cards. Forgive the camera quality. I'm going through some shifts and changes with cameras and phones, so just be patient with me. It's gonna improve by the end of the month, okay? So, all right. Pile one, Seven of Cups. This is the image for pile two, a lady floating in the clouds with the Wheel card. And for pile three, I have here the Knight of Wands, and there's this woman here dressed like a man, and she's looking very just bold and confident. All right, let's dive into these messages. So if you chose pile one, I'm going to shuffle my cards and tell you how your ex feels now that you walked away. All right, so I have here this card. Please do what is best for your heart. I think your ex feels like they know you made this decision because you're doing what is best for your heart. And that is a very good sign. Not all exes think in this way, so it's good to have an ex that understands that you have to do what is best for your heart. Okay. I think though, based on this Seven of Cups card, that is the leading card, that your ex thinks now that they would just an option for you, because you, my viewer, they believe have a lot of options in love. So let's shuffle again and see what cards come out. Let's see what cards flip over. I'm shuffling on screen. I haven't done one of this in a hot minute, so I'm going to do it again. Why are these cards like flipping straight down? All right, it says here childhood trauma. So I think your ex acknowledges that they have some sort of childhood trauma that they allow to affect their relationships, and they are coming to terms with this as well. This one flipped over. It says, if I could go back in time, I would handle us differently. So there is some regret. Your ex definitely feels a little bit of regret with maybe, the things that they said and the things that they did in the relationship, and they wish they could go back and correct. Okay. Try my best to not get this camera to shake up as much when I'm shuffling. All right, I'm shuffling, and let's see what. Oof, damn, this is all too much, and I need to figure myself out. You also how these cards just kind of like exploded onto the floor, right? So I think maybe initially your ex felt an explosion of different emotions, and it would have probably overwhelmed them, because it says here it's all too much. Let me get that card out of the light so you can see it clearer. And they also feel like a part of them needs to figure out themselves. They need to know like what is best for them in relationships. I feel like this ex could have been, maybe there was an age difference for pile one. Okay, that is only going to be for some of you, not all of you. So if you know for a fact that you had an age difference in your relationship, where one person was like way older and one way younger, I think the younger person is admitting that they need to figure themselves out. So take it how it resonates in your story. And I also think that your ex felt very overwhelmed by this situation. When you walked away and you cut all ties, they felt really overwhelmed. They didn't know what to do. They were just processing a bunch of emotions all at the same time for my pile one. So that is how your ex felt when you walked away. But I think this card stands out to me the most, which is important. They understand that this was a decision that had to be made for, I guess, for the protection of someone's heart, okay? Alright, let's go on to pile two, the world card. I feel intuitively that this person felt a lot of freedom when you walked away, because this girl, she's floating in the sky. If you look at her carefully, there's a lot of clouds around her, and I think one of you felt really free after you realized that the relationship came to an end. Let's shuffle these cards and see what the cards have to say. Okay. Floating. I don't know why I'm thinking of like when someone is like inebriated. So maybe one person here felt or dealt with drug addiction or something like that. One person between both of you. Okay, and that also came to mind. So let's shuffle the cards and see what the cards have to say. All right. What is going on with these cards? Let's see what the cards have to say. Flipped over, it says, I wish to be like you. Alright, so this person is acknowledging that you inspired them. You inspired them on their journey, on their self-discovery journey. Drugs and alcohol came out as well. So I feel like drugs and alcohol played a major part in this connection. As I said, this person is floating in clouds. So it could be that your ex could have struggled with this, some sort of addiction thing here, and they are acknowledging that. For those of you that come onto my channel, you guys mostly are drawn to card readings because you're a higher vibration. You believe in self self-discovery, introspection, growth, higher vibrational things. Your ex is acknowledging that they could have been the wrong one, actually. So that's usually a good sign when the exes can acknowledge where they went wrong. This one fell out. Let's see. It says you deserve better. Yeah. So your ex realizes that you deserve someone better than them, basically, and they have come to terms with that. So if some of you were curious about that, yes, your ex has pretty much closed out the cycle, accepted that the cycle has ended, and they are probably on their own journey now. And just I really get the energy I feel off of these cards is that, let me shuffle again. The energy I feel off of these cards is that, okay, so this card also fell out. It says, why can't I tell you the truth? Yeah. So the energy I feel is that your ex is really probably reminiscing. I think this person reminisces a lot. There's something here that they did not tell you, and they cry at night. So this is an individual that is definitely just in shambles. Like they're in shambles. They're probably drowning in their tears, drinking. This could be a person that is experiencing a lot of pain now that you are gone. You're no longer a part of their life. All right, and they have realized that you really deserve someone better than they are, and it is what it is. I think is a it is what it is type of energy for pile two. That's what it's okay. Well, we done. All right, we go on. Yeah, it had things I didn't tell you. Your ex is acknowledging that it should have probably come probably about their feelings. Like I feel like this person, they hold in a lot, and I say that based on this card. Maybe they just keep their emotions to themselves and they don't really show it to anybody else. But this person is very regretful of a lot of things, including the truth here, because apparently they didn't tell you something or whatever. But it is what it is. So that's what I see for pile two. Okay. Alright, let's go on to pile 3 now. How does your ex feel now that you've walked away? I get that your ex, was a very passionate person. Both of you guys could have shared a lot of passion in this relationship. Maybe you guys, for those of you that are curious about the deck that I'm using this deck here. It's the Lover's Oracle deck of cards, right? Yeah, this person and you could have shared a lot of passion in the relationship. Sex could have been your focus. Maybe you guys, the sex was great. Maybe one's is really indicative of passion and raw energy and that kind of vibe. So I feel like you guys had a strong sexual connection. Pile 3. I think that your ex probably thinks back on the passion you guys shared. Alright, let's see what the cards have to say. I am shuffling as we speak. This card fell over. It says here, I'm afraid to lose you. Shuffle again. It says here, don't treat me the way you do. I don't deserve it. This card fell over. It says, I can't come to you now. I don't know where to start. Okay. Let's see what else. Sex with you, yeah, as I'm saying, the passion was like really strong between you guys. And this one says I am blocked. So maybe you you block this person eventually. Maybe you realize that this person was just, really caught up on the sex in this relationship. One or both of you really liked it, and maybe it wasn't enough for one person, in the sense that some people crave relationships that are deeper than a physical type of relationship. And I feel like for this pile, intuitively, maybe one person yearned for a deeper connection, maybe a deeper spiritual connection, maybe a deeper intellectual connection. Yes, so one person walked away because they just I'm picking up, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it. Like, so one person was like, nah, I good. That left the other person feeling like, I don't know where to start. So your ex feels like, okay, after you left, they didn't really know what to tell friends, family. They didn't really know how to explain things to the people around them. And they understand that you are gone. You're not coming back. You're not coming back to share passion with them. And this individual realizes that their fears manifested. Okay, because they could have been afraid to lose you. Maybe this is something they told you many times, I'm afraid to lose you. And this is why I tell people, when you are in a relationship with somebody, it's important to think really positive thoughts, because what you think is what will manifest. So maybe your ex thought a lot about losing you, and eventually it manifested, right? So think positive thoughts when you're in a relationship, so that it doesn't have a negative end. My advice to pile 3, I don't know why I said it, but I'm channeling, so take it how it resonates in your story. Yeah, so this person felt also that they can now pursue other things, pursue other goals, dreams, aspirations, whatever they have in mind, and they have accepted. This is also a pile where the person accepted that you guys just can no longer be with each other. Okay. Alright, if you like, don't forget to subscribe. If you don't like, feel free to visit another channel, y'all. Bye.